This is everything I get AI to do for me. It saves literally over 7 hours every day. And I know that sounds like I'm about to tell you about my team of AI agents who run my business while I'm at the beach. If that's the kind of video you're looking for, this one is not for you. I hate AI slop, and there's a huge amount of things that I refuse to use AI for at all. But there are also obvious ways to use AI to automate the boring stuff that keeps you from spending time on what you really care about. And that is what today's video is all about. So here's how I use AI to save over 7 hours every day without outsourcing my thinking or lowering the quality of my work. First up, all the information that comes at me every day before I've even started working. I have AI triage all of that before I get involved at all. Claude Cowork is my go-to for these kinds of repetitive tasks, and these next workflows have saved me so much time. Email's simple. I have a scheduled task that runs twice a day and completely clears my inbox for me. I've got a set of rules for what gets a draft, what gets deleted, and what I file away. I still read, edit, and send every email personally. The sorting just happens before I sit down, and that alone saves me half an hour every day. Then the barrage of AI news. There's a ton of it, and I can't read it all. So I have a simple Cowork automation that goes through the newsletters I enjoy, like The Batch, TLDR AI, Data Points, and The Pragmatic Engineer. And it sends me a summary of the main points. It even reads Reddit, which means I get a sense of what the community is interested in too. This final automation is my favorite. As a content creator, I want to get on podcasts, find media opportunities, and present at conferences. Doing research on all those opportunities takes a lot of effort. So now I have a daily Claude Cowork scheduled task that researches opportunities and adds them to a Notion database for my assistant to review. That's another hour saved. So we're at an hour and a half from just super boring stuff that's off my plate before I even start working, where the real-time sync is something most people never even think about. One of the main things that slows me down is typing. Typing is slow. A lot of us think faster than we can type, and if I can just speak a YouTube script out loud or take a voice note when I'm out and about on my phone, that is so much faster. And I write a lot. The book I'm writing on ML careers, I'm constantly jotting down video ideas, Slack to my team, and prompting Claude, and of course, writing docs at work. Across all of that, talking instead of typing probably saves me 45 minutes every day. And the reason I can talk instead of typing at all is the sponsor of today's video, Wispr Flow. It's the voice-to-text tool I use for basically everything now. I've tried the built-in voice typing on my phone before, and honestly, it's kind of a pain. If I change my mind halfway through a sentence or go a couple of times, it just types all that out. So I end up spending just as much time cleaning it up than I would have saved anyway. Wispr Flow does all that cleanup. I can ramble, fix myself mid-sentence, and it turns the whole mess into text that's ready to send. There's no setup for each individual thing I'm writing, whether that's in Gmail, Claude, Slack, or my phone when I'm out walking around. Nothing to configure, it just shows up wherever I'm already typing. If you want to try it out, there's a link below to get 1 month of Wispr Flow Pro for free. Thanks to Wispr Flow for sponsoring this video. Speaking of typing, one of the main things I used to take notes on was meetings, and all the follow-up afterwards. At my content business, I use Granola to take notes when I'm in meetings or when I'm doing interviews for the book I'm writing on machine learning careers. Then I've got Claude skills set up to do the immediate follow-up. I just run my interview intake skill, which reads the Granola transcript, categorizes and saves the key quotes and notes, tells me what I need to do to follow up, and even drafts those follow-up emails. At my day job, I have a similar agent that reads the transcript from a call and categorizes follow-ups into tickets. These automations are easy to set up, and once they're ready, I save about an hour a day on all the prep work and follow-up after meetings. And meetings should not be underestimated. I can't tell you how long I used to spend on this next thing, slides. I have to make a lot of presentations, both in my content business and my day job at Twitch. And I hate making slides. So now, I use something like Wispr to brain dump everything I want to say into Claude. It has my slide settings saved, and it actually builds and formats the deck for me. I'm usually doing at least 1 presentation a week between the content business and my day job, so let's call that half an hour a day back, plus my sanity. Everything so far is the admin stuff around my actual job. I code for my day job, and these days I'm not really writing code by hand the majority of the time. I'm really intentional about using AI coding assistants though. If I just said, hey Claude, build me a function to clean up this data set, I will usually get back some garbage. I mean, maybe it runs fine, but there's gonna be some bug or it won't be in the right format for a downstream. So instead, I spend my time writing a clear spec that defines the final inputs and outputs, and most importantly, forces me to think through the business problem problem before I get started on writing the actual code. Not writing every line of code by hand probably saves me around 3 hours a day. And I use that extra time to continue learning how to use these tools better, designing better specs, and researching new ways to solve the actual business problems that are facing the team. So I keep improving the workflow to become more efficient, which helps me solve more problems faster, which helps me learn how to be more efficient, and so on. With all this said, it sounds like I'm using AI for a lot, but there are many things I could automate but actively choose not to. For example, I write or speak my scripts and my newsletter by hand. Then I want to turn that into short form scripts, LinkedIn posts, stuff like that. So obviously I tried to get AI to write them. I experimented extensively with every setup I could think of, but they just sound horrible no matter what I do. I'm so sensitive to AI voice that I can see every single little tiny tell. So instead, I have a system that scans through my original writing and pulls bullets, key ideas, stats, or quotes, and then alerts the relevant person on my team. Then I or my social media manager actually write things out like a human. This is kind of the best of both worlds. We move faster and keep our voice. And it still saves me about 30 minutes every day. That's the balance I like. Automate the routine, boring stuff, and keep the human part. So all in all, this comes out to over 7 hours a day saved. Of course, there's always more to do, so I'm not exactly lazing about now that AI helps me. That time goes straight back into stuff only I can do, like coaching my clients, strategy, and learning more for my day job and my business. I'm careful about that distinction for a reason. Almost none of the stuff I handed off was ever making me better at anything I care about. For stuff like sorting email, formatting slides, or retyping my own notes, there's no skill that I'm worried about losing. But creative, strategic, and human work is the opposite. Doing it manually is the way you get good at it at all. If I hand my writing over to AI, I save a little time today and slowly get worse at the thing I want to be great at. So the test I use for what to automate is simple. Does doing this myself make me better at something I care about? If the answer is no, I can automate it and never think about it again. If it's yes, that's what I spend time on. And so that is how I use AI to save 7 hours a day, while maintaining high quality outputs and feeling good about what I'm creating. But the one thing people always ask me about is coding, because most folks are either not using these tools at all or using them in a way that's making their code worse. There is a right way to do it, and I made a full guide that walks through exactly how. Check that out up next.